So, let's go with number 66. Sorry, nakakat tayo. Number 66, the mechanism of action in the use of carbon as antidiarrheal is letter B, adsorption. Adsorption, not absorption. So, letter B. So, activated charcoal is an active adsorbent of various substances. So, an active adsorbent example is your activated charcoal. Number 67, physiologically inert substances added to the main component of the tablet so it will be convenient to swallow are termed as your diluent. So, diluent are inert substances added to main component of the tablet so it will be convenient to swallow. Number 68, some of the uses of astringent are letter D, all of the above, which is your they are used as antiperspirant, caustic, and styptic. So, uses of astringent are antiperspirant, caustic, and styptic. Number 69, best radiopharmaceutical agent for bone imaging is letter D, your technetium 99M ethidronate. TC99M ethidronate is the best radiopharmaceutical agent for bone imaging. So your TC99M EDA, as posted here, is used in hepatobiliary agent in nuclear medicine. While for albumin colloid, it is used in liver imaging. So, kapag albumin colloid, yung TC99M, liver imaging. Kapag TC99M EDA, that is hepatobiliary agent in nuclear medicine. While for TC99M ethidronate is used for bone imaging. So, that is letter D. Number 70, all of the following are mechanisms of antimicrobial action except letter C, which is your hydrolysis. So, all of these, your oxidation, halogenation, and precipitation are the mechanism of action of your antimicrobial agents. Number 71, the ion that gives a precipitate with HCl, which is soluble in excess ammonium hydroxide but precipitated upon addition of nitric acid, is your silver. So, silver plus HCl plus excess ammonium hydroxide plus nitric acid will result to a white precipitate. So, I repeat, your silver salts plus HCl plus excess ammonium hydroxide plus nitric acid will result to a white precipitate. Okay, number 72, the ion that gives positive result to Riemann-Green's test. The ion that gives positive result to Riemann-Green's test is your letter D, which is zinc. So, if zinc salt is heated over a Bunsen flame with cobalt, it will produce to cobalt zincate and is formed. This is the Riemann green. So, first you will heat the zinc salt plus you will add your cobalt salt. So, zinc plus cobalt will result to cobalt zincate, and this is your Riemann's green. Okay, number 73. According to this law, the rate of reaction is proportional to the product of the concentrate of the reactants to the power of its coefficient in a balanced equation. So, the answer here is your law of mass action. So this is the fundamental law of chemical kinetics and equilibrium and relates the effect of concentration to the reaction rate. So the rate of reaction is proportional to that of the product of the concentrate of the reactant. Okay, number 74. An agent that loses one or more electron in a redox reaction is your reducing agent. So, always remember your Geroa and your Leora. So, kapag Geroa, gain electron, reduction will result to reduction, and the agent is your oxidizing agent. So, valence decrease, i-add nyo na lang VD Geroa, valence decrease will result to gain electron or reduction, and the agent used is oxidizing agent. While for Leora, valence increase, there is the electron loss or lose electron or oxidation, and the agent is reducing agent. Okay, so an agent that loses one or more electron in a redox reaction is your reducing agent. So an agent that gains one or more electron in a redox reaction is your oxidizing agent. Okay. Always remember that your Geroa and your Leora. Number 75. Nickel ion in solution is colored green. So, nickel ion in solution is color green. Letter C. Letter C. Number 76 describes a process or reaction that absorbs heat, that is endothermic. From the word endo. Endo meaning it absorbs, thermic meaning heat. So, endothermic absorbs heat, while your exothermic, it releases heat. So, exo meaning release, thermic is your heat. So, endothermic, it absorbs heat. Your exothermic, it releases heat. Okay. Number 77. Aluminon reagent is chemically known as aluminum salt of aurine tricarboxylic acid. Aluminum salt of aurine tricarboxylic acid, or your aluminum reagent. So, number 78. The ion that produces an intense blue-colored solution with an excess ammonia and a reddish-brown precipitate with potassium ferrocyanide is your cupric. An ion that produces an intense blue-colored solution with an excess ammonia and a reddish-brown precipitate with potassium ferrocyanide is your cupric. So again, kapag na-encounter nyo yung potassium ferrocyanide, kapag zinc sulfate, that is your blue vitriol, meaning, and zinc sulfate is your white vitriol. Your cupric sulfate is your blue vitriol. And then your ferrous will give a result of Turnbull's blue precipitate. Your ferric will result to a Prussian blue precipitate. Your cupric will give a reddish-brown precipitate with potassium ferrocyanide. Okay. Number 79, the ion that gives positive result to Thenard's blue test. Thenard's blue test is your aluminum. The ion that gives positive results to Thenard's blue test is your aluminum. And the ion that gives a positive result to your Riemann Green's test is your zinc. Number 80, the ion that gives a yellow precipitate with sodium hydroxide and scarlet red precipitate with an excess potassium iodide is mercuric, letter B. So, if your mercuric ion is added with sodium hydroxide, the result is yellow precipitate. So, kapag naman yung mercuric salts is added with an excess of potassium iodide, the result is scarlet red precipitate.